Are disgusting cowards. This is what they fear the most. In today's video, we'll reveal the one thing that narcissists fear the most, something they go to great lengths to hide. We know that narcissists always try to project an image of invincibility, as if they can do and know anything. But beneath this facade, they harbor deep fears, particularly one that causes them constant stress. Narcissists are notorious for their vanity and self-centeredness. They see themselves as the center of everything, unable to think otherwise. Although they often try to appear smart and logical, narcissists are constantly at war with themselves. They struggle to distinguish between reality and their own distorted perceptions. They harm and exploit others out of a fear of being hurt or exploited themselves. Believing that everyone is out to get them, they feel compelled to strike first. They always expect the worst, yet they present themselves as bright and charming to mask their inner turmoil. But what drives this mindset? That's what we aim to clarify today. Before we dive in, I want to thank you for watching this video. Please support our channel by sharing this video with your friends, family, or anyone who might find it helpful. If you're new here, consider subscribing to stay updated with our future content. Your support means a lot. Now, let's explore how narcissists view others as reflections of themselves, how this perception impacts those around them, and how it ties into their relentless need for control. Narcissists often begin by projecting their own flaws, negative intentions, and bad feelings onto others. They dodge accountability for their actions by blaming those around them. At the same time, they harbor a paranoid belief that everyone is out to get them. In social settings, they scheme, deceive, and lie, constantly on guard against an imagined threat that feels very real to them, rooted in their intrinsic fear. This fear manifests as an anxiety that others don't like them or seek to harm or criticize them. While such concerns are universal, for narcissists, this fear is magnified to an extreme degree. When you get close to a narcissist, their lack of empathy and deep-seated distrust become apparent. They might make a cutting or sarcastic remark in public, disguised as a joke, which actually reveals their true feelings. Ironically, many people perceive these remarks as genuine humor. Dark humor is one of their tactics for being cruel or belittling others. To a narcissist, life is a constant game, and they believe everyone else plays it with the same deceitful strategy, being fake, cunning, opportunistic, sneaky, and dishonest, even if these traits exist only in their imagination. For a narcissist, life boils down to a relentless pursuit of victory. Winning or losing is all that matters, and they must always be prepared for anything. Their ultimate goal is to gain everyone's trust, despite not trusting anyone themselves. In their minds, the best player wins this game. They treat others as adversaries because they assume everyone else is as duplicitous and self-serving as they are. This is yet another reason why narcissists see everyone as a competitor. Their deep-seated fear fuels their dislike and mistrust of others, exacerbating the situation. The more successful you become, especially in ways they cannot, the more their resentment and hatred towards you grow. Their inner emptiness prevents them from comprehending genuine happiness and contentment in others. They cannot thrive without external validation and struggle to accept that you might be different or superior in any way. One of their tactics to hurt you is to bring out your worst. They will go to great lengths to provoke you, shifting blame and making you feel guilty and ashamed. By manipulating your thoughts and emotions, they leave you feeling confused and sorrowful. Ultimately, the narcissist aims to prove their superiority and compel you to submit to their will. The abuse can be so profound that many victims end up sharing the narcissist's fear, the belief that they cannot achieve anything on their own. Narcissists excel at projecting their negative traits and emotions onto others, especially those close to them. They can make you feel trapped in their world, conforming to their expectations and desires. However, this imposed identity is not your true self. With self-love and determination, you can overcome these challenges because you are not what the narcissist perceives you to be. The narcissist wants us to believe the false narratives they create about us. Paranoia and other negative emotions are intrinsic to the narcissist's personality. Their constant state of fear keeps them perpetually on edge. They dread being exposed, judged, or shamed, which skews their perception of the world and those around them. This pervasive fear permeates every aspect of their lives, keeping them vibrating at a low frequency. Fear is a powerful motivator for narcissists. However, this fear transforms into ego when they manage to control others and their environment. As long as a narcissist feels in control of your life, they're less likely to perceive you as a threat. To them, life is a game of dominance and superiority. Their fear blinds them to reality, leading them to believe the enemy is external, when in fact, the real enemy lies within themselves. Always remember, the narcissist's greatest fear is you. Protect yourself and remain vigilant around such individuals. I hope this brief explanation provides some clarity. Please share your thoughts and experiences in the comment section below. For future content, consider subscribing to our YouTube channel and clicking the bell icon to stay updated. Thank you for your time and interest.
Hello everyone. Whether you're here for the first time or you're a familiar face, I'm delighted to welcome you. Your continued support truly means the world to me. If you haven't already, please do hit that subscribe button and enable notifications so you never miss our daily insights and discussions. Today, we're delving into a topic that's both enlightening and empowering: the daily routines of narcissists during periods of no contact. But before we delve into the specifics, let's take a moment to understand what no contact truly entails. It's important to note that adopting a no contact approach isn't always feasible for everyone, and that's perfectly okay. We all have our unique circumstances, and the priority should always be to prioritize your well-being in a manner that best suits you. So, if you're not currently in a position to implement no contact, or if you're not yet ready to do so, that's absolutely fine, and I completely respect your decision. For those of you who have chosen to embrace no contact as part of your healing journey, you're taking a significant step toward reclaiming your life and restoring your self-worth. Today, we'll be exploring 7 common behaviors that narcissists demonstrate when confronted with the boundary of no contact. Whether you've already initiated no contact or you're contemplating it, this video is packed with insights to assist you in navigating this challenging yet transformative process. Are you prepared to dive in? Let's begin, and don't forget to engage with us by liking, sharing, and commenting below. Your active participation fosters the growth of our community and provides support to others on their path to healing. Ending contact with a narcissist is no walk in the park. It can stir up feelings of guilt, shame, and self-blame, making you feel responsible for everything that went wrong. It's a bewildering experience, especially if you're emotionally attached to them or feel bound to them due to past trauma. Going no contact can feel like undergoing withdrawal, akin to quitting smoking or giving up drugs. Your brain chemistry can play tricks on you, manifesting physical symptoms and plunging you into a state of discomfort. I've been there, so I understand just how challenging it can be to navigate this journey. However, sticking to no contact is crucial for extricating yourself from the chaos. Similar to how an alcoholic must steer clear of alcohol or a drug addict must avoid their substance, you must steer clear of the narcissist. Failure to confront your emotions and undergo proper healing may result in you falling back into the same toxic cycle. Opting for no contact is akin to erecting a shield to safeguard yourself. It's a recognition that the narcissist is unlikely to change, thus you must prioritize your own well-being. However, without a robust support system, and a commitment to self-healing, you risk being ensnared in their web once more. Therefore, don't simply bury your emotions regarding the toxic relationship. Surround yourself with empathetic individuals who comprehend your situation and focus on finding constructive solutions. Additionally, ensure that you actively engage in the process of healing yourself. This way, you're not merely surviving, you're thriving. When you initiate no contact, the narcissist's initial reaction is to rally their supporters. They'll craft a narrative where you're cast as the villain and they're the victim. They'll distort the truth, embellish details, and conveniently omit anything that contradicts their storyline. However, it's imperative not to allow their manipulative tactics to undermine your self-worth. Their words hold no sway over your opinion of yourself. Instead, focus on nurturing a positive self-image based on your own perceptions and experiences. Next, they'll flaunt a new partner in front of you, aiming to inflict pain and provoke jealousy. Their intention is to shift the blame onto you, portraying you as the issue rather than acknowledging their own faults. However, it's essential to recognize that this behavior is all part of their manipulative game. Stay resilient and refuse to let it affect you. Fully commit to no contact by blocking them on all platforms, avoiding places where you might encounter them, and kindly requesting mutual friends not to divulge details about their life. This isn't about stooping to their level. It's about safeguarding your well-being and prioritizing your healing journey. Furthermore, anticipate the hoovering attempt. If you've successfully maintained no contact for an extended period, the narcissist may attempt to re-establish contact, even years later. They are persistent, yet often choose the path of least resistance. Instead of seeking out new partners, they frequently circle back to former ones, maintaining a mental roster of exes to hoover when the need arises. If you've upheld no contact for a considerable duration, prepare yourself for their efforts to reinsert themselves into your life. This typically occurs when their new source of attention begins to wane. Without fresh validation, they may attempt to reconnect with you. They may initiate contact subtly, perhaps with a text, hoping for a prompt response. If you've been suppressing your emotions without actively healing, you might be susceptible to their overtures. However, if you've prioritized self-care and blocked them across all channels, they won't be able to reach you directly. They might resort to contacting mutual friends or family, employing tactics of remorse or professing their love. In such instances, it's crucial to establish firm boundaries with these mutual contacts. Having supportive individuals who can shut down any attempts at reconnection is vital. Remember, there's no space for them in your life, no prospect of reconciliation, and certainly no place for a toxic friendship. Stand firm and maintain no contact for your own peace of mind. If you've encountered similar situations, share your experiences and advice in the comments section. And if you're grappling with these challenges, don't hesitate to seek guidance and support. If the narcissist manages to breach your no-contact boundary and successfully hoover you back in, brace yourself for a barrage of love bombing. This marks the beginning of the toxic cycle all over again, and it can be incredibly seductive, particularly if some time has elapsed. Many individuals find themselves ensnared in this cycle because they haven't undertaken the profound healing work necessary to break free. When they reconnect with you, they'll inundate you with love-bombing tactics. They'll assume the role of the perfect partner, reminiscent of the initial stages of the relationship. Their words will be sweet, their actions impeccable, and they'll lavish you with affection. It's easy to be swept away by this apparent dream come true, especially if you've been yearning for their attention. However, it's crucial to realize that it's all a facade. They'll make promises they have no intention of fulfilling and construct a false narrative of a future together. If you've let your guard down and neglected your healing process, you might find yourself falling for their charade. But remember, this phase is fleeting. Sooner or later, their true colors will resurface, and you'll once again become the target of their abuse. If you allow yourself to be drawn back into their web, you'll find yourself right back where you started, or perhaps in an even worse situation. Each return exacerbates the damage inflicted upon you. Before succumbing to their persuasive words and fabricated transformation, remind yourself of the pain that awaits you further down the road. If the narcissist's schemes of hoovering and love-bombing fall flat, they'll lie in wait, ready to pounce on your vulnerabilities. It's almost uncanny how they can detect moments of weakness. This underscores the importance of engaging in profound healing and recovery processes to break free from these toxic entanglements. Even if you've implemented no contact measures, there might still be lingering ties to those you're trauma-bonded with. Comprehensive healing and recovery initiatives can aid in severing these connections. If the narcissist fails to lure you back through hoovering or love-bombing, they'll bide their time, monitoring for instances when you're susceptible. They possess an innate ability to detect wavering commitment to no contact, struggles with withdrawal from love addiction, or periods of personal crisis. Seizing the moment, they'll exploit your vulnerabilities when you're at your lowest. Just because the narcissist has been dormant for a while doesn't signify surrender. They could be awaiting the opportune moment to catch you off guard, particularly during a personal crisis. They may attempt to portray themselves as saviors, but their intervention only exacerbates matters. Their tactics in exploiting your vulnerabilities are predictable. If they can't manipulate you directly, they'll resort to tarnishing your reputation through a smear campaign. In the intricate game of manipulation, a smear campaign stands apart from the narcissist's initial strategy of garnering allies by casting themselves as the victim and you as the villain. It represents a more aggressive assault on your character. When they realize they can no longer control you because you're focused on healing and self-care, they resort to spreading lies and cruelty to tarnish your reputation. Enduring such an onslaught can be excruciating, especially in the early stages of your healing journey. However, through genuine healing efforts and the support of a robust network, you can fortify yourself against their attacks. Unable to directly manipulate you, the narcissist pivots to manipulating others' perceptions of you. They distort how people perceive, think about, and feel about you. Our aim should be to transcend this manipulation and remain unaffected, whether it's within family dynamics, workplace interactions, relationships, or friendships. It's disheartening to realize that some individuals project their own insecurities onto others solely to bolster their self-esteem. Yet, this is the game they play. While confronting such behavior may seem daunting, awareness and preparedness can bolster your resilience against their attempts to inflict harm. As we wrap up today's discussion, it's crucial to anticipate the narcissist's potential for revenge. Whether through smear campaigns or leveraging any control they have over you, narcissists may seek retaliation if they perceive their attempts to breach your boundaries have failed. It's imperative to proactively dismantle their power and shield yourself, as well as those you care for, from their vindictive actions. Remember, prioritizing your well-being isn't melodramatic. It's a necessary act of self-preservation. Taking preemptive measures to safeguard yourself is always prudent. As we draw to a close, I hope you found this information enriching. If so, please demonstrate your support by clicking the like button and sharing your insights in the comments section below. Your input is invaluable to us. I eagerly await our next encounter in the forthcoming video. Hey there, lovely people. Welcome back to our channel. Today, we're delving into a topic that hits close to home for many of us: the aftermath of cutting ties with a narcissist. It's a subject that piques curiosity, delving into the intricate workings of a narcissist's psyche when faced with complete radio silence. So, buckle up as we dissect the complexities of going no contact with a narcissist and examine their reactions based on the duration of your connection. But before we dive in, let's amp up our community vibes. Smash that like button, hit subscribe if you're new here, and drop your own experiences in the comments below. Now, let's dive into the juicy details. When you opt for the silent treatment with a narcissist, they may put on a tough facade, thinking they can crack your resolve. They fancy themselves as superior beings, assuming your compassionate nature makes you an easy target. In their minds, they believe it's only a matter of time before you come crawling back to them, driven by your emotions. And guess what? They're not losing sleep over it. Maintaining no contact is pivotal. It sends a crystal clear message that you've slammed the door shut on any future interactions. Don't expect the narcissist to lose any beauty sleep over your absence. Empathy isn't their forte, so your well-being doesn't even register on their radar. Instead, they swiftly pivot their attention to seek validation elsewhere. Narcissists always keep a backup plan handy, ensuring they're never left twiddling their thumbs in solitude. It's one of their deepest fears. Constantly craving attention and affirmation, they're quick to shift their focus onto a fresh source, eagerly pursuing new avenues for adoration. Your well-being doesn't exactly top their priority list at this point. However, as time trudges on, they might hit a rut or encounter snags with their current focus of attention, and suddenly, thoughts of you might bubble up again. But brace yourself, it's unlikely to offer any closure. Narcissists thrive on keeping their options open, steering clear of burning bridges. The only instance where they might decide to call it quits for good is after a major showdown. Not every narcissist makes a comeback, but a fair share do. Whether they resurface hinges on the intensity of your breakup, and whether you still possess something of value they crave. Their comeback often coincides with them growing weary of their latest fixation, or assuming enough time has elapsed for your emotions to settle. They might employ covering tactics, attempting to reel you back into their orbit. This typically involves brushing aside past grievances and pretending as if the no-contact phase never happened. Once they feel they've successfully roped you back in, their affection tends to wane. In their eyes, they've already clinched the victory, and they're off in search of fresh prey to stash away. It's all a game to them, a perpetual chase for more, with little appreciation for the good folks they have when they have them. They're insatiable, always scheming for the next big catch. If you initiate no contact and the narcissist remains distant for an extended period, it could suggest that their attachment to you wasn't as deep as you once believed. Remember, a narcissist's primary concern revolves around themselves. If they do attempt to re-enter your life, it's often due to failed endeavors elsewhere, or because they still desire something you possess. Allowing a narcissist back into your life only kick-starts the cycle of mistreatment anew. While they might alter their behavior temporarily, the underlying issues inevitably resurface. Ghosting becomes routine, and each reconciliation signals to them that you condone their actions, portraying you as desperate in their eyes. In summary, when you opt for no contact, ensure it's a definitive break. Bid farewell, acknowledge the toxicity of the relationship, and acknowledge that any fleeting moments of happiness were overshadowed by turmoil. A relationship devoid of trust isn't worth preserving, and living in constant dread of deceit is no way to exist. Although maintaining no contact can be challenging, it's preferable to squandering your time on a toxic bond. Permitting a narcissist to repeatedly violate your boundaries will only lead to further deterioration. Life is fleeting, and investing energy in unhealthy relationships is a grave misstep. Exercise discernment, value your time, and steer clear of individuals who lack transparency or engage in manipulative games. Before you depart, I want to extend our heartfelt appreciation to our incredible viewers, whose unwavering support fuels our content creation journey. If you find value in what we produce and wish to show your support, consider making a contribution, even as little as $1, on our Ko-Fi page. Every contribution, regardless of size, significantly contributes to the maintenance and enhancement of our content quality. As a special token of gratitude to those who choose to become members, your name will be prominently featured at the outset of our videos, symbolizing our deep appreciation for your generous backing. Discover the Ko-Fi link in the description below and become an integral part of our evolving journey. If you found this video insightful, please don't hesitate to like, share, and subscribe for more enriching content.